Hello guys, how are you this morning? My name is Victoria Pavlov. I'm the Photoshop artist. Welcome to my studio. Guys, for the last few weeks I received a lot of messages from you on my YouTube and Instagram, and you asked me about how if you have low budget and how you can create image, how you can make a photo compositing being on having a low budget. One woman asked me, she's a graphic designer and now she's home and out of work and she kind of stuck, and she told me that she's trying to create something but she's not able to afford a lot of stock images at this time. She can afford only a few, and how using a low budget she can create something. Also I received message from one guy. He's a student and he out of his essential work for now. He has no income to buy stock image or go to somewhere to shoot because we are at home, and he asked me how he can be creative in this situation. So guys, today, good morning Renee and Andrea. So today guys, I will show you how you can create something very beautiful and unique and special with a low budget. Guys, we will be using Adobe Photoshop on iPad. Yes, on iPad, and let's start. I will switch to my desktop camera just like that, and as you can see I have opened my Photoshop. Morning Eric. I have opened my iPad, and now I will click on Photoshop to launch Photoshop on iPad app. Here guys, we have a few options to start our document. To create our document, we can create a new document clicking on plus icon, or we can import and open PSD document. Example, if we created something on in Photoshop on desktop, we can open this file in Adobe Photoshop on iPad, and doesn't matter how many layers do you have, all layers will be here in Photoshop on iPad, and this is awesome. Also, you can start with your image. Today we will start with a very simple in a very simple way. We will click on create new, and here guys we have ready to go presets. As you can see, currently I am in a recent workspace where I have all my recent document sizes I worked with. If you would like to start with something else, you can click on print, and here you have all print sizes ready to go. So click on any of them and voila. Also screen, film and video. Today I would like to create something for my screen. I will switch to screen, and here guys we have MacBook Pro 13. I will click on it. I will click create, and voila, Photoshop creates this file for me. So by default now I have only one layer, a simple layer with white background. Good morning awake creative images. How are you today? So now we have only one image, and first of all, if you would like to move modifier, you can move it in any place you like. I will move it on my lower right corner, just like that. Guys, now I would like to export one image. I will export this image, I will open this image, and I will show to you how you can substitute this image with something else. I downloaded and licensed this image from Adobe Stock. Let me open this image as my background, and I will show to you another way. So I will click on image icon, and here guys we have a few ways to bring our images. We can bring our images from a local mobile drive, from files, from libraries, and we even can take image using our mobile camera. First of all, I will click on photos, and I know that my image I would like to use located on my local drive. I will click on this image, I will resize it, I will make it bigger just like that, and I will reposition it slightly to the left side because I would like to see this angle of bookshelves, because for me it's prettier, it's telling a story. And I will click done to confirm my changes. Now guys, this, as I mentioned just a second ago, I downloaded and licensed this image from Adobe Stock. If you have limited budget, or even we will forget about our current situation, sometimes we have plan and example in a our plan allows us to download 10 images per month. And what if you have only one image left till next month, and how you can download only one image and create something very beautiful and special using only one image? So in this case, you can use as your background your mobile device camera. Example, guys, let me show to you. I will click on camera just like that. Yes, I will allow, and I will point my camera anywhere I like inside the house, because right now we all are inside the house or apartment. I will click and take picture using my mobile device, my iPad Pro, and I will be using this image as my background image. So guys, this is one way. I will cancel it. So you don't have to buy two images to create something. You can buy only one image and use your mobile device camera to take picture around you, to use this image as your background image. So this is my first image I would like to work with. As you notice, guys, Photoshop on iPad suggests me, oh, I know you brought one image, maybe you want to bring another image. And Photoshop on iPad, right, I want to bring another image. Again, I purchased this image from Adobe Stock, and this will be second image I bought from Adobe Stock for this image. And again, guys, you can substitute background image with your image, and you can use only one image from Adobe Stock. I will click on libraries because I know where my image is. As you can see, I have a lot of libraries. I love libraries. I'm working with libraries every day, all day. And here, guys, I have my library Adobe Stock licensed. I will click on it. I didn't specify folder for this image, so I will click not grouped. And here, guys, grouped, I have image right here. I will click on it, and voila. Now, guys, again, Photoshop on iPad is extremely smart as Photoshop on desktop. Photoshop knows that probably I would like to adjust size for my image. I can make it bigger or smaller. It's up to me. To make decision, first of all, I will look around. So I will, because this image of a little girl reading the book, definitely she's smaller than adult. And maybe I even will bring size of this image down just like that, because she's a little girl. Perfect. I will click done to accept this layer, and I don't need any other images. So I will say Photoshop, I will tell Photoshop, thank you Photoshop, but I'm good. I don't need any other image. I will zoom in my document just for better preview. And now, yes, guys, you're right. I need to remove a white background from this image. I will click on a lasso tool, and here, guys, we have select subject. I will click on it, and yes, Photoshop did the job. Photoshop selected this girl, but I have some area I would like to adjust this white background between her hand and her side. What I will do, I will click on lasso tool, and I will ask, you know, Photoshop, I need this area included in my selection. And yes, guys, I can fix what I will need to fix later on, but why? So now I selected this girl and I will click on mask icon under my selection, just like that, and voila. Photoshop did a great job, but yes, I need to improve my masking. Did you notice, guys, Photoshop creates new a layer mask. So if I would like to switch between layer mask and image, I will swipe to the left, to the right. If I would like to adjust my mask, I will swipe to the mask icon, and I will be using brush, soft round brush with black color. I will bring size of my brush down. I will zoom in my document, and now, guys, it's too size of this brush is too big. I will bring size down, and I will paint out this area. Yes, guys, I can paint out between her hair to make perfect masking and everything, but guys, I don't want to keep you here longer than it's supposed to be. You can definitely do a better job. So what I'm doing, I'm removing a white background between her hair, just like this, and maybe around here. And here, guys, I made mistake. Look, I have painted out a part of her hand more than I wanted. While I have my brush with a black color, I will paint out a white background, just like that. And now I will switch color of my brush to white, and I will paint back this area, just like that. And again, you need to switch between black and white color of your brush to adjust your masking, just like this. And again, guys, you can do better job if you have time. I don't want to keep you here longer than it's supposed to be. And let me fix area around her legs. I will be switching between black and white color of my brush if I need, and I need it, just like this. You can make your brush size bigger or smaller. Be comfortable with your tools. And here we don't need shadows, so just like this. Now, guys, I know she's floating kind of nowhere, but we are working on fantasy art. And this is a little girl in a big room of bookshelves, so it's library or her home. Now I would like to create some surface she's sitting on, and because we are working on a fantasy art, we will do something differently. I will select my bookshelf layer. I will create a new empty layer. I will switch color of my brush to white, just like that. And I will switch my brush to another Photoshop on iPad brush. Guys, all brushes are default brushes in Photoshop. You don't need to export anything else. I will click on a mixed spatter brush, and I will increase size of my brush about 198 or a little bit bigger, just like that. I will increase value, opacity value, and everything like that. And now, good morning. And now, guys, I will paint this cloud under our girl reading the book. Just look at this. How beautiful is it? Yes, now she's floating on this cloud, but it's not realistic looking cloud because she's like sitting on top of it without any texture and anything like that. To add more realistic touches to this design, I will create a new empty layer above my this little girl layer. I will highlight a little girl layer. I will create a new empty layer. I will bring size of my brush down, and just like this, I will add a few clouds, just like that. Now, guys, we can clearly see that she sits on top of this cloud, just like this. Look at this. Guys, we used only 2 images. I downloaded and licensed from Adobe stock. As I explained from the beginning, you can use only 1 image, this girl image, and a shelf layer you can substitute with your own image. Picture you can take using your mobile device camera, using iPad camera. And if you like, you can say, okay, I'm happy with this design. So you don't have to add any other asset. So basically you are using only 2 assets to create this image, or you can add a few more assets. It's up to you. Thank you, Rene. Thank you, Andrea. What I will do now, I need to add a shadow under this cloud. Why not under this girl? Because this girl will be not visible above this shadow. So what I will do, I will create a new empty layer. I will highlight my background bookshelves layer. I will create a new empty layer above it. I'm using same brush I used to create this cloud, and I will click on eyedropper tool and I will pick color, darkest color from the floor, just like this. I will increase size of my brush and I will add a clouds, just like this. Now we have shadows, but this shadow doesn't look natural. What I will do, I will open layer properties panel, just like that. First of all, I can bring down opacity of my layer and it looks better. Also, I can change blend mode, darker. I like multiply. And guys, now I can add a little bit blur effect to smooth out all shadows, these shadow lines. So what I will do, I will click on filters and adjustments. I will click on Gaussian blur and I will add a little blur effect to my shadow, just like this. And I will click done. And again, if I would like, I can bring down opacity of shadow layer. What I'm doing right now, just like this. Look at this, guys. Basically only 1 image and we have created something beautiful. Now let's talk art. I will add a little bit more art splashes to my composition. I will zoom in my document for better preview. I will highlight this little girl layer. I will create a new empty layer on top of it. I will switch to, let's see, I will switch to soft, round, pressure, opacity, and flow brush, just like that. You can use any soft edges brush you are more comfortable with this brushes of family, default brushes in Adobe Photoshop on iPad. I will switch color of my brush to yellow, just like that, light yellow color, and I will add splashes. This brush is too big. Let me bring size of my brush down, just like that, and I will add splashes of color to my girls, yeah, just like that, and you will see why just in a second. What I will do right now, I will expand a layer properties panel and I will bring down opacity of this highlight, just like that. Hello, William, good morning. And now, guys, we will add a few splashes of artifact to our book. I will highlight my bookshelf layer. I will create a new empty layer. I will switch to another default Photoshop brush, spatter and texture, just like that. And I will just, let's see, I will increase size of my brush to 92 and I will add a few spatters to this layer, just like that. Also, guys, yes, let's try a change blend mode. Darken, definitely not. Color burn, lighten or screen. I like screen, but I need to bring down opacity of this layer. What I will do right now, guys, I will add one extra layer above this girl layer, just like that, and I will add few spatters around here, and also I will change color of my brush to white, and I will add just a few more brush strokes, and I will bring down opacity of this layer. Look at this. Now we have very beautiful, I'm not afraid of this world, beautiful image, a little girl reading her book, and she's so happy doing this. She probably reading some fantasy book. Before I will forget, let's add a few art splashes to her book. I will create a new empty layer. I will switch color of my brush to yellow. I will bring size of my brush down, and I will add, I will change color. I will change my brush to any other brush you are more comfortable with. And I will add a little bit art style to her book. Now, I will change blend mode. Let's see. And yes, multiply. Look at this. We can switch color of our brush to any other brush, maybe blue, and I will add a little bit blue color to these stars. I will bring size of my brush down, and I will add few brush strokes to this kind of tree. Maybe I will increase size. Look at this, guys. Be creative. You know what I did, and still doing when I have time. I don't have time very often, but still I love doing this. I going through all my images, and I'm picking 3, 4, or 2 images completely not complementing each other, and I'm creating something. Because when we are working on graphic or photo compositing, we are trying to use all images complementing each other. It's easy. It's in our comfort zone, but to grow, to create something unexpected, and being a great artist or great graphic designer, we need to go out of our comforting zone. So using images completely not complementing to each other will bring us to make us to think what I should do to make these 2 images works together. So guys, it's challenging, but it's super interesting. I love doing this. Try it, guys. So this is our compositing. What I will do right now, guys, I will merge all visible layers, and I will expand back layers properties, and I will click add clipped adjustment. Here, guys, we have very nice features we can add to our composition. First of all, let's try brightness contrast, just like that. Maybe I would like to add something else, another. Let's add, I don't know, hue saturation. Let's play with it. Using hue saturation, you can create completely different mood. Guys, it's up to you. So you don't need to be stuck with your default colors or default mood. Look at this. So guys, this is what I wanted to share with you today. We used only 2 images. Andrea, be honest with you, I'm spending a lot of time on Adobe Stock looking for images. I'm just using for this particular example, I use fantasy hashtag keyword. I use a reading book. I use education. You can use any keyword. You can play with them, and sometimes I'm spending 3, 4, 5 hours before I will find image I extremely love. Adobe Stock has a lot of images, a lot of assets. You can find anything you like because Adobe Stock has so many assets. It's difficult to pick some favorite because, be honest, I love many of them, and I'm photographer, but still I don't have a lot of time, and it's impossible to have all image you would like to work with taken by yourself, by ourselves. So even as photographer, I'm always buying assets from Adobe Stock, and I'm extremely happy. I love it. Also, I'm Adobe Stock contributor, so I use Adobe Stock in 2 ways. Thank you. Great idea, great enthusiasm. Yes. I love creating. I love Photoshop. You know, guys, I love Photoshop. I love Photoshop on a desktop. I love Photoshop on iPad. So, guys, yes, Andrea, just go make a search, do whatever. You know what? Sometimes when I'm trying to create something new, when I'm preparing to my live streams, and you ask me about something, and I want to try a few images for my live stream, I'm starting with one search. I'm starting with some idea in my head, and after spending 10 minutes on Adobe Stock and seeing all these images, I have completely different idea. So start with some idea and go search on Adobe Stock, and I can guarantee you will find anything you like. Thank you. So, guys, this is what I wanted to share with you today. Being on a low budget doesn't mean you cannot create anything. Actually, this is a great exercise to create something, to be out of your comfort zone. And I love being out of my comforting zone, because in this case I'm growing like artist, like as designer, as photographer. I love it. So, guys, and thank you so much for your questions. Your questions make me to create, make me to record my tutorials, make me to be creative with my live streams, because I'm doing all this anyways. But I would love to do something what you are interested in, because I really, guys, love to help you. I love to make you to create every single day. Doesn't matter how you will create your art, using your mobile camera, using your professional cameras, using your applications on mobile or on desktop, using traditional method of painting. Doesn't matter. Just create. Spend 5 times per day creating something. You will be much happier, and you will make someone happier, and we all need it at this time. So, guys, thank you so much. I hope you are safe, you are washing your hands, stay inside as long as needed. It's difficult, I know it by myself, but it's necessary to do. And again, guys, if you have any questions, just ask. Super appreciated all your support. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow we will have our fourth lesson, painting lesson from start to finish. We did our 3 lessons. We started from a white canvas, and tomorrow we will work on basic form, basic shape. We will work on apple painting. I will show you how you can start still life painting, apple painting from white canvas, and how you can shape out your form and everything like that in Adobe Photoshop. You don't have to download anything specifically for this lesson. If you like, go to Adobe website and download Kyle Webster brushes. And I will see you tomorrow, guys. Thank you so much for all your support. Love you guys. Bye.